Sam?
What?
There's something on my face.
Well, just do that.
My eyes are closed. I can't see what that is.
Whoa.
I think
Well,
it might
there's
be
something on my face too.
Is it a slither?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna try. No! No!
What the? I don't understand.
I think this officially means we are where all the odd socks go? Can you see Bart Simpson's shorts anyway?
No. Thank God.
Ugh.
Oh my God. Get off. Get off.
Well, they appear to be clean. Ugh. Oh, look. It's Shane's odd sock.
Maybe movie.
Welcome back, one and all. It is the start of Spooktober.
Yay, spooky season!
We are Maybe Movies. My name is Professor Mamangu.
And mine is the Duke of Nothing.
Exactly, and we are your hosts for the month. Although, at the moment, I feel like
I should have been the Duke of Socks.
I was going to say, we possibly some kind of weird sock-based villain from the 60s Batman show.
That would have totally been a thing.
It certainly would have been, if they got away with Egghead. Hopefully you all had a brilliant start to Spooktober.
Yay!
We are back for another month of making theoretical movies. But before we do, most importantly, we have just the small business of last month's poll.
Oh, the poll! Oh.
Yes. If you were with us, you'll know that we were mashing together The Wrong Turn and also Devil's Rejects into The Devil's Turn. And as we do on our mashup months, our poll on that occasion was, does the movie qualify as a maybe movie or not?
Yes. It's just the one movie, not two to judge.
Yeah. So we ran the poll in what are now our regular places, so on our Instagram story, on the community tab on YouTube, on our Twitter feed, and also on our Patreon page as well. Our votes, between ourselves, it was Shane and Sam both voted yes, I voted no.
Yes, that's what it was. Yes.
We had no votes from Patreon, unfortunately.
Okay.
2 on Instagram, 2 on Twitter, and 4 on the community tab.
Okay.
And our audience were unanimous.
Okay. And they thought
it's a big win.
Yay! Thanks, guys. Thanks for supporting us all the way.
Thanks for supporting them. Yes, I was in a minority of 1. So 10-1. The Devil's Turn is a maybe movie, and there will be a fanfare for it later.
Stuff and things.
Absolutely. So well done, and well done to Shane wherever he's gone back into the real world.
Indeed. Bless him on his journey.
Yes, exactly. Oh, look, we have treats.
Oh. Popcorn and candy. Piece of candy.
Would you like a wafer thin fudgy?
Just stop.
It's only a wafer thin.
Just stop.
So before we move on to whatever's going to be happening this month, because I don't know at the moment, shout out.
The shout out.
Yes, we'll do a quick shout out as we always do, and this one to kick off Spooktober, which I'm going to try and do mostly horror based stuff if we can this month. This only seems appropriate.
Sounds like a great plan. I love it.
So this one is for our friends, for our friend Laurie Brewster and his channel Hex. This is a bit of a special one, and please do go and check out his channel and give them loads of support, as they've just been posting up recently on their channel some wonderful news in that Laurie is now the owner and managing director of Amicus Productions.
Oh, I thought Amicus was long gone, but no, apparently not.
There's life in the old girl yet. They are running a Kickstarter at the moment to get funding for their first feature. There's loads of props that you can get. There's loads of merch that they've got, all with the official Amicus logo on it. So do go check them out. There will be a link up in the corner somewhere and down in the description below. Well done, guys. Looking forward to it. And if you need a couple of actors, So what the fuck are we going to do anyway? I mean, I've got no...
What?
It's Chris! What? No, well, it's parts of... It's a bit of
Hey,
this.
Sam and Max, you might want to check the socks. I might have a special surprise for ya.
Check what?
Check the socks. What? Oh! I've got a thing.
Oh.
I have a...
Oh, yep.
Oh! I don't just have a thing. I have the thing.
Oh, that's such an awesome movie. And I have The Hateful Eight.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But, I sort of think I get it.
Yeah, definitely two movies. So obviously where isolation, paranoia,
and blizzards
yes,
feature heavily.
and tying rope lines out to outlying buildings is a thing.
Oh, yes, it is, isn't it? Yes.
So, as far as I understand it, right, wasn't Tarantino inspired by this to make that?
I don't know, but it would make perfect sense if it did.
It's weird because when I watched that recently, because obviously I think you mentioned to us earlier that both of these films have scores by Ennio Morricone.
Yes, I only noticed that when I was rewatching this one recently, yes.
But it's curious because some of the incidental music in that is unused music from this.
Oh, you are shitting me.
Because this old DVD copy that I've got, when you play it, it goes straight into the film, so you don't get to the top menu until after you've watched the movie. Hopefully we won't get a copyright strike, but it's the music that goes that piece of music.
Yeah.
In there is the top the top menu music on this.
Well, there you go. We learn a new thing every day, don't we, folks? I've
And
got
then
to
some-
believe that if that's true, that was totally a decision by Quentin Tarantino.
It must have been. Okay, so this is going to be an interesting one.
But I think we could work this.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've got Wyoming in the 18-whatevers, or the
1895, I think it was, or 85 maybe.
Might be 85. I think 95 would be a bit too late, but it is. It's certainly post Civil War, isn't it?
Yes. Oh, yes, definitely post Civil War. Yeah.
And we've got Antarctica in 1982.
Yes. So okay. Well,
Let's have a look. Let's go to the book.
oh, you've got things in the book. I don't have notes. I haven't got that far yet.
We've got 2 hours, 40 minutes, and 1 hour and 44.
Yes. This is Tarantino indulging himself, and there is a lot of runtime because it's got beautiful dialogue in it.
And lovely panoramic and scenic shots and things like that.
Yes,
Yeah,
I mean, some
absolutely.
of those shots go on for minutes. It's very deliberate. Even the opening shots during the title credits, very, very deliberate.
Sorry, something else I did notice rewatching that, which I missed. I think it's Jennifer Jason Leigh when she's rolling a cigarette and somebody asks if she'll make them a roll-up. Mm-hmm. I smoke red apple tobacco. Leonardo
Oh,
DiCaprio
God,
is
I didn't even twig.
in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Hi, this is Rick Dalton.
Oh, of course it is, yes. Well, no, Red Apple's been through all of his movies.
Oh, has it? That's
Yes.
the only one that I really picked up on because it's such a big thing because he's
Yeah,
doing
no,
the
it's in Pulp Fiction, and I'm pretty sure it's in Reservoir Dogs as well,
fantastic.
yeah.
Brilliant. But there is one thing I do have to say about this, and for those of you at home, there should be a still from the thing on screen at the moment. And if you follow the arrow, who the fuck is this guy?
Oh, that one. Yes.
Who is he? He's not a member of their team. So either it's a member of the film crew who's as a stand-in for that shot, or there's a 13th member of their team that we never know what happens to.
Just disappears.
So think about that.
WTF.
Yes. How are we going to do this? What are we swapping? So obviously it's October. We normally do a villain swap here.
I know the thing is a thing, it's
Mm-hmm.
an actual being, but essentially the bad guy's paranoia, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yes.
Because these guys are hateful, yes, but also extremely paranoid. It's paranoia that drives almost all of them about what the other person's going to do or say.
So what are we saying that we assume that we take
I'm just saying we can't swap them because that's...
Well, we can do a new thing. We can take the concept of paranoia as the antagonist and drop that into the thing which already exists. So ramp the paranoia of their situation up even more, but still take the thing as a physical entity and drop it into that.
Wait, no. See, if the thing wasn't set in Antarctica, it was set somewhere like Alaska or somewhere like that, it would be so much easier. It would be easy to imagine a bounty hunter in the remote regions of Alaska coming into a roadside rest in 1980 something.
I see what you mean.
You know, because they're all scientific stations up in the Antarctic, aren't they? So why would there be a bounty hunter there? Well, unless just some mad bastard just fled to the Antarctic.
Yeah, it could be. If we change it slightly, we might have to do some slight amendment to who our characters are. If we say that somebody who was at the Norwegian station as a scientist was doing something that they shouldn't have, and the Norwegians have had sent in an operative to bring them home, and something happens and they end up at the American station instead.
Right, okay. Okay, well, yeah, no, that could work.
Yeah?
That could work.
Because that also then throws in another layer, because obviously
Like an onion, baby.
because you've got the language barrier as well.
Yeah. So what would it be a corporate espionage kind of thing, or would it be actually like murderous criminal stuff?
It could be it's a remote place, they're on Antarctica, there's no one about, maybe trying to develop some horrible bioweapon.
Ooh, that's that ramps the paranoia, doesn't it?
I mean, I've been watching a lot of the Mission Impossible ones again recently. We could even toy with the idea, or play around with the idea that, yes, okay, he's trying to take this back in, but he's not aware of the fact that he's injected himself with the virus. And so there's an incubation period.
Might be going a little far.
Okay. But again, it's just throwing up ideas at the moment.
But it's an interesting idea. It's a possibility.
But again, whether or not...
I'm not saying no. I'm saying
Yes.
it might be going a little far.
It might be going a little bit too far, but it might be going too far to say that he's actually done it, but that doesn't mean to say that he doesn't want them to believe that he's done it.
Oh. But more or less, this feels like we can actually agree that we can make this work as a straight swap.
As a straight swap, and then put the thing... I mean, if you want to do that...
Because I'd rather put the thing in Wyoming.
I mean, if we want to, as I was going to say, with that, we could move the action from this from Wyoming to somewhere like Alaska, so it's even more remote. Because there were settlements, obviously, in Alaska in that period.
Of course there were, yes. You know,
so if you move it up
territory.
Yeah, if you move it up closer to the Arctic Circle, then it's more plausible that something could have crash-landed and remained hidden there for thousands and thousands of years.
If we can both agree this?
Yeah.
I think that's what we're going to do, folks. We're going to hand wave a couple of things here right at the beginning just to get it moving.
I like this because it opens up what we do generally, because it means now concepts are legitimate elements that can be swapped. It doesn't just have to be persona from the films.
Yeah. The idea can be a thing sometimes.
Yes, yeah. Which I think that's really cool. In terms of acts.
Oh, right. Okay, it's going to get a bit wobbly.
Okay, so for the thing, I've got, at the end of Act 1, I've got one of two, and I think I know which one I prefer. The first one, which I thought was a little early, which is about 28 minutes in, is Dog Barbecue.
That was one of my proposals. What's your next proposal?
My other one, which is about 10 minutes later, which, if you're looking at it, if you're breaking it down time-wise, actually is probably closer to the end of the first act. Mm-hmm. Just put Saucy Section, where they where they actually go and visit the saucer.
I was going to say when they go to the Norwegian camp, but pretty much the same thing, ultimately.
Well, because the Norwegian camp is before they burn the dogs, so that's earlier. But when they go to there and actually
Really?
They go there pretty much as soon as the Norwegians turn up and they get killed.
Oh, of course, because then they watch the Norwegian tapes and that's what sends them to the saucer.
Exactly.
Okay, I feel like the saucer section is probably the better option.
Yeah.
I feel like the dog's too early in the movie.
Yeah, so I thought that one's is barely half
It's
an
only
hour.
like 20 minutes in, isn't it?
Burning the Dogs is, as I said, I recorded at 28 minutes.
28 minutes.
And then I recorded going to the ship itself at 38 minutes. Which is about right, just because I thought about 40 minutes for the first act, about the same for the second act, and then the third act is just the denouement.
Yeah, but if you're going strictly by time... No, actually we should. Now I think, because I'm thinking about how that compares to the Tarantino.
Yes.
And yes, I can see that's probably where we want to go.
For Act 2, there's two... Well, they're basically minutes apart. It's either chest chomp, or it's the best line in the movie.
You gotta be fucking kidding.
Which, again, you've got to be fucking kidding, is about an hour and 14 minutes, which leaves essentially half an hour for the third act.
Yeah, I think you've got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's going to be the one. Obviously, I've only watched Hateful Eight a couple of times, and thankfully, the film does this wonderful job of chopping itself into chunks.
It does, yes.
And I think they kind of work fairly well.
I have got a couple, but I'm interested to hear what you've got.
Well, I feel like the first two chapters of the movie, everything up until they arrive at Minnie's haberdashery.
I have a mobile. Sorry.
Partial mohawk. I think everything leading up to them arriving at Minnie's haberdashery, it's the first act.
Yes, I mean, I think I called it. It was pretty much when everybody is in the building.
Yeah, the second act is a bit wobbly. I would probably put it somewhere smack dab in the middle of chapter 4 of the movie. Somebody's got a secret, because it's around about the time the secret becomes apparent
Yeah.
that things change drastically. How do you feel about that? So I was trying to say that without giving too much of the plot away.
Yes, I mean, I got, for the act end of Act 1 was all indoors.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but it was a question of where exactly. It was either Jelly Bean, where he notices the Jelly Bean on the floor.
Oh, that's way too far in, I think.
It's either that or it's somebody isn't who they say they are.
Oh.
But again, that's over an hour into the film.
Exactly.
But for Act 2, I just put it down as balls out.
Yeah, that's kind of where I was going.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I was going.
It sounds like we're pretty much on a level for Act 2.
I would call the first act earlier than you would.
So let's call it then when everybody is inside.
Is inside, and we start to meet the new characters. Or when everybody's inside, we've met the new characters. When we met the new characters, that's it. The main cast has been introduced.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
Yeah, let's call it there.
Okay. I am wondering then, if we're putting the thing in that, when we first see it, should it be in the form of a horse? There's no dogs in that set in there.
You are totally right. Yes, I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Yes, have a gold star.
Oh, thank you very much. It just suddenly occurred
I didn't even think about how I'd introduce the thing.
But it just made sense because, again, we can translate the stables for the dog pen in the thing.
I really wasn't considering things properly. That's a good thought.
Ooh!
Yes. What? Ooh?
He's a bit leery, isn't he? He's kind of leaning in at us.
He looks a bit injured.
Oh, God. I didn't even know he had blood. But he's also got a present for it.
Oh. Oh, he has.
We have an upgrade.
An upgrade!
Yay, fantastic. We'll have to put that up at some point.
Oh, yes.
We'll leave it there for now.
Oh, very good. Very good. Very shiny.
It is shiny. We've deserved the shiny.
We earned it, I feel.
Fantastic. So, in terms of names, well, as simply as I can get it, Hateful Eight would become the Hateful Thing, and the thing would have to become, it couldn't be the 8, it would have to be either the 12 or the dozen.
The dozen.
Which makes more sense. That's the other thing as well.
I just feel like it's got a better sound to it than the 12.
It does. It inspires things like the Dirty Dozen. I know the Dirty Dozen is a war film.
That's exactly what I was thinking just a few seconds ago, so yes, yeah. The dozen is the way to go.
Fantastic. Okay, so which one do you want to do first?
Let's do the dozen first.
Let's save the thing for Halloween itself.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
That sounds good to me.
So we can get some intense character drama out of the way.
Absolutely, and set up ready for some proper monster act.
Monstrosity for the actual main event.
Okay,
let's do that.
So we will try and get our heads around this. So again, this is going to be a regular month of Maybe Movies. So 7 shows this month. We will be back on Wednesday with Act 1 of The Dozen. That will see Paranoia being dialed up to 11 at Outpost. It's weird because at the start it says Station 4, but they always refer to it as Station 31. It says United States Science Station 4 on the actual sign, but when they talk about where they are, they always refer to it as Station 31.
I always figured one was like, this is the US designation, this is the designation for the entire continent.
Oh, that makes sense. But either way, yeah, we will be there as they get a visit from some nefarious Norwegians.
Indeed, indeed.
Until then, have a brilliant weekend, have a brilliant start to next week, and we will see you on Wednesday.
As always, guys, TTFN.
Ba 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 ba.